there's a few things, or not a few things, there's a lot of things you need to pack for summer camp, and most of the time you probably want a box like this, but there's other kind of stuff. I mean, like Caleb's is very similar, but there's other similar kind of boxes like this that have a lock box and they have a lock.
If you have to, you can also use like a suitcase or a large duffel bag.
Yeah, like a duffel bag. Most of the time these are the best though, because they're easy to stack, so we can fit them in the trailer, and they're easy to like just fill up with stuff.
And they've got wheels.
And they have wheels, yeah.
And you can organize them better if you can. Duffel bag.
Yeah, duffel bag, it's kind of hard to, like this, it's very easily to lay everything out. So, there's, obviously the most important stuff is clothes. So what you're going to want to do is, you're going to have 7 changes of clothes, one for each day, and then an extra pair. If you don't want to have too little, because that would not be fun, then you might want to bring extra socks in case they get wet or nasty, because then it's no fun to be walking around in wet socks. So what you want to do, the best way is to roll your shirts and your pants up like this. You can do that with your underwear too. And you roll it up real tight, and then you lay it along the bottom of the box to fit it in. And you can use other kind of containers to like fit the clothes in. And what I would recommend is have like a trash bag or something, and you can just put your like dirty clothes in there, just to keep them separate from the clean clothes. Another thing is bring a sleeping bag or like a blanket or something. You could even bring sheets, because it's summer camp, so it's kind of hot. But something to sleep in.
Bring a light sleeping bag. Don't bring
Like a very light sleeping bag. You do not want a heavy one, because you'll be miserable. Also, you can bring this as a camp pillow. It kind of fits more compact. This is never going back in. Yeah. Or you can do what Caleb did and just bring your normal pillow and fit it on the top.
Yes.
Save questions for the end.
I have a question.
What's your question?
What about bringing fans on hot
We didn't
camp?
get there yet.
Well,
What about bringing hammocks?
Hey. Shh.
don't let these ground dwellers lecture you on the luxuries of hammocks.
All right. So, as Seth has mentioned, you might want to bring a fan. I learned this the hard way when we went to Pipsico. It was really, really hot.
Speak of that.
It was really, really hot. Everyone else who was there would go, yes, it's hot. Don't listen to Liam. He's like, no, it's not hot. It was very, very hot.
Liam's just in
It
denial.
was not. It was so hot that it was even hot at night. So you might want to bring a fan. You might not need one this big. This is a pretty big
Sense
fan.
of what? You mean lack of sense of like
But
wanting to
you're
keep
gonna bring a
yourself
fan,
alive?
It says the kid who got
and
food poisoning.
you're gonna probably want
I
to
didn't get
bring.
food poisoning. That was Quinn.
You're gonna want to bring extra batteries for your fan or for your headlamp or flashlight. So you can bring a headlamp, or there's a flashlight somewhere there. You bring a headlamp or flashlight to light everything up. You're probably gonna want to bring a hat or sunscreen so you don't get sunburned, because then if you're sunburned, then it's not fun, because you're miserable and everyone touches you, you're like, ah!
Bucket hat specifically, that is part of the uniform.
Yeah, it's part of the uniform.
You can't wear a hat.
You're going to want to bring your Class A as well to the camp, because depending on the camp, sometimes it's like they want you to wear it to dinner or certain
Flags.
things. So bring your Class A and your
And you get a
handkerchief.
bunch of food on it.
Then you get a food on it. And,
Does this camp have a dining hall, or are we going to be in a camp?
I
what?
do not know.
Are we having tent like Treasure Valley or dining hall like other places?
Probably a dining hall, because most places are like that.
Yes!
The tent was pretty cool though.
The tent was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, you're going to want to bring your Class A. If you're in the OA, bring your sash too, because then you could get like ice cream.
Acknowledge.
Ice cream socials.
Yes.
So if you're in the
Yeah,
OA,
cool
bring
kid
your
treatment.
sash. Bring your scout book. It is very, very important you bring your scout book.
Unless
Because
you're
this
an
is-
Eagle Scout.
Bring it anyway. Because it is very helpful, because this is like the best time to sign off requirements. So, especially if you're younger scouts, you're going to want to bring it, because you're going to get tons of requirements on the camp out, and you're going to, a lot of people are going to rank up. My question?
More than once.
Would you like someone to cover hammocking if anyone is gonna do that?
After and I am done.
You're going to want to
Anyone else
bring,
who wants to speak?
this is just some like toiletries is just like shampoo and soap
Baby
and
powder.
stuff. Baby powder in case you're chafing, because it's not fun when you're chafing.
It is
The
not.
adults will force you to take a shower at some point.
Yeah, you'll probably
Yes.
take at least 2 showers or more. Some people like
One
showering
shower is
every day.
required to come back home.
Yeah, you must
if you
shower the
don't
day
shower,
before
you're
you come
disgusting.
home.
Yeah.
And make sure to bring deodorant, because you can maybe not shower, but if you don't have deodorant, then the adults are going to be like, get out of here.
Also, don't bring Axe. Axe is
Yeah,
no
Axe is
go.
banned.
No, okay, do not
We are not
bring aerosol stuff.
Well, you
No,
can,
no.
if
Speaking
it's
of
only
aerosol,
Old Spice
you're
is
gonna wanna
tolerable.
bring
Axe is just
sunscreen
toxic
and bug
fumes.
spray.
Nice transition.
Nice transition. So you want to definitely sunscreen. Sometimes bug spray doesn't matter as much,
Old
but
Spice is
Not
Bring
on
both.
the
You can
fence.
lift it.
what?
Not on the
Yes,
fence.
if you bring bug spray,
Oh.
do not spray it on
Yeah,
the tent
don't
to kill
spray it on-
spiders or the person after you gets ripped on at night.
Yeah, don't spray bug spray or sunscreen on the tents.
That
'cause
will ruin the waterproofing.
Mess up the waterproofing, and then if it rains, you'll be all wet, and that's not fun.
That happened
Your stuff
to
gets
what
all
was
wet.
it, Chris and Seb.
Well,
Probably.
it happened to half of us. Actually.
It's happened to many people.
Also, duct tape is good to bring in case you
Tarps.
Yeah,
Tarps
you're gonna want to
too.
bring. What else? What else can we got? A pencil.
Also, the water bottle is
Yeah,
not
water
mentioned.
bottle. Like maybe water shoes or like an extra pair of shoes,
Just in case.
just in case.
So a day bag, because sometimes you'll have to go on a peg or something. It's also
Yeah,
useful
maybe
to carry your
day bag.
bag
Make sure to-
materials in.
It also depends a lot on certain merit badges you might be taking, like certain things you might have to do because of those merit badges. So make sure if they say like bring this or bring that, make sure to bring it.
So, for example, I'm taking small boat sailing, so I brought a couple of
Yeah,
swimsuits.
bring a swimsuit. You don't have to if you don't want to go swimming.
Towels are also
It
useful.
might be a better thing for the newer scouts as well, though. Instead of addressing things that will have been and will be on the packing list, to address things that won't be on the packing list but are recommended to bring anyway.
Yeah, we're going through.
Like a hoodie.
Like the fan.
Even if
Like
you're
the
fan, yeah.
We're just
The
going through
lightweighting
everything.
suit that's on the packing list.
We're just going through
Water
everything.
bottle on the packing
Stuff
list.
down.
Yeah,
Notebooks on the packing
prerequisites obviously. We're bringing that.
Prerequisites are not on the list, but you also need them. And if you bring one thing, make it a rain jacket.
Yes.
Oh yeah, bring a rain jacket in case it rains. Because at Treasure Valley it was like a torrential downpour for like one of the days. So it
I
was
remember the guy who not just do the canoes and ended up falling.
yeah, it's important to bring that.
I pack my clothes a bit differently from people. I
Yeah.
put the clothes I need for each day in a plastic bag.
Another thing you can do, unless you're
So what
thing
you
you
do
can-
is you put the clothing in the plastic bag. You zip it most of the way closed to leave a little bit of air. Press on it to get all the air out, and then zip it, because that's the most compact way to get it in. Yes.
Although if you fold them like more flat, it works a lot better because then you can pretty much get them completely flat and stack them up.
Yes.
Another thing you can do is what I do is you get like containers that are like what I would use is like containers you get like sheets in, like brand new sheets. If you have any, it's like plasticky containers that like they're malleable and you can put clothes in them. So like that's what I do.
Make sure you bring something to separate dirty clothes from clean
Yeah,
clothes.
that's what I said. Like I would say probably a trash bag or like a plastic bag, a trash bag, just so you can keep all your dirty clothes in there and then clean them off.
Pants or something.
Even though it's hot, you also want to bring a sweatshirt, because sometimes it gets cold at night or cold after it rains.
Yeah.
So same applies for pants. Because pants are also good for if you're bushwhacking. Bring pants.
But you probably want to bring mostly shorts. Maybe like one pair of pants or jeans or something.
Also, Cole did not mention, but toothbrushes are
Oh
mandatory.
yeah, toothbrushes as well as the other
And
toiletries.
hand sanitizer.
Probably
Yeah.
a towel if you're doing. You want a towel.
Don't be
Sanding down your chompers is a must.
There's some summer kits that make you bring toilet paper.
Most of the time.
This is another example of a sleeping bag you might use. These are like ridiculously cheap on Amazon if you don't have one already.
Yeah, I mean, here's a blanket. Treasure Valley Scout Reservation blanket.
That seems like that's seen a lot.
Also, I I have a handheld flashlight somewhere in here, so bring both a headlamp and a handheld.
Yeah,
What if you don't have a headlamp?
and it's okay. Oh, probably maybe a lantern. Yeah, bring that in the cabin.
This isn't on the packing list, but I like to bring a sleeping pad in case the cots are nasty.
Also, some cots they don't have mattresses.
Yes.
No, that's I don't know how that's.
Sometimes you have to go down mattresses.
Yeah, but we got
So these are useful.
Fine, just stop complaining.
You probably gonna want to find a tent partner,
10 buddies.
tent mate, tent associate sometime before camp.
Ew.
This is an example of
Tent party.
if they don't let you use aerosol, you can use something like this for sunshine. Although I also like to bring aerosol.
Still, don't spray it on your tent.
Yes, do not spray it on your tent.
Anything else? Any other
Rule
things?
number 1, don't spray aerosol on the tent. Rule number 2, drink water. Rule number 3, bring a rain jacket.
There's a very long list of rules.
It's free. That's the max you can remember.
We're kids, we have short attention spans.
You
They'll probably all stop paying
Yeah, you can
attention.
survive without a pillow. You can survive without a sleeping bag, but you cannot survive without water or a rain jacket.
Well, you
Rain
can't
jacket
even
covers like
break it
5
down.
categories.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Unless Seth wants to go over the.
You want to go over
If you have
hammocks?
hammocks and are interested in the mechanics of them, we do have set.
Guys,
voluntary
do go
presentation.
hammocking. You don't have to have a tent partner, so you don't have smelly monsters in your tent.
Yeah, that's lame. Tent partners are just cool. You just gotta have-
And you are off the ground. There is superior airflow, far superior airflow.
Yes.
All right,
There's
so
no
stop
vacuum
encouraging
cleaner.
kids
Also-
to go out and buy stuff. Like,
Also, guys,
You mean better than camping lives?
Okay, Shane. did
Also,
Fairlight
don't
walk
like,
into your tent?
don't be afraid to bring like board games and that because
Yeah, yeah,
like
I don't
there's
want
always
to
like free time here and there, so then you can go ahead and use it.
Because they decide to have food in their tent. Oh, don't
Liam.
keep food in your tent.
And also,
So,
adding
yeah.
on to what Jared said, you could also bring like a book for pleasure.
Yeah, I'd say like bring a book if you want to bring a book or like board games or
Bring a
just
book if you're a nerd.
a simple deck of cards.
Someone
Just
bring risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring Stratego.
Yes.
I'll bring Stratego.
Yes.
I'll bring
You
it.
might
I just-
also,
I just got a game of Locust. I'm gonna bring some Locust.
depending on what you're taking, you might also want to bring a battery pack to charge your phone.
Yes.
In case you need that for merit badge.
Yeah, even though it depends. The adults might be like phones.
Yeah. You also might be like, technology bad, Amish way.
I know one person who did that.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Well,